Are we on? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights. Cameras.
This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Welcome to our conversation this morning right here on 3 Music. It's Jay, Olele, Candid, and Serial here. Now switching the conversation to our continuing part on the convo with regards to the tweet earlier on put out with from Bull God, CEO of Bull House Entertainment, talking about opportunities possibly not being taken by some of our superstars with associations they have with other artists who have managed to sell global. And that is a conversation on our desk this morning, trying to understand the insights into some of the reasons that might not allow such partnership that the fan base might be looking out for, what the fans want to what it is in reality with the artist. Now, Efya came out to put out a tweet in reference, I'm very sure, even though she didn't mention names. It is in response. Indirect response, yes, to what Bull God had put out. I want to put the tweet back on the screen so we can read it out and in serious words. Let's take it one by one and try and understand the context in which Efya also spoke as a reaction, possibly, I think so, to what Bull God said. I don't know if I can get the tweet back on the screen now, but I can start reading it out to you in a second. So she said that first and foremost, it is important to clarify that I have the utmost respect for Wizkid and his incredible talent. She says. In fact, I think before that, we should read the tweets, the post from Bull God.
Yeah.
Can anybody pull that out if I go out of my what you call it?
Let me put it up for you.
If you can pull out that, and let's put this one. Let's put out what you call it. Let's read Bull God's post first. Just refresh on the minds of those who possibly had missed out on the conversation.
So R2Bees and Efya Nocturnal will smoke, drink, and chill with Wizkid anytime he's in Ghana, but can't join him on international stages and showcase their talents to the world. Again, Ghana missed out on national duties at the 62,850 capacity Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London yesterday. What is wrong with us?
I love how Nigerians just be saying what they gotta say.
No, that's actually Bull God. He's Ghanaian.
Oh, I thought you said Efya.
No. So the post came from Bull God,
trying
to highlight the missed opportunity.
It's a domestic issue.
Okay, domestic. Okay. That's good.
Yeah. But I mean, the bigger conversation is understanding the reality as opposed to the what's opposed to reality, please?
What's the reality? Delusion.
The illusion or delusion. Illusion. So the reality is, what is the real reason why maybe R2Bees? Of course, this has been a hard convo on the lips of a lot of people. What will be the reason why maybe R2Bees as a group or a brand, maybe we don't see them, jumping on stages with their very good brother Wizkid, Davido and the likes on some of the, the big shows they play around, and we see maybe King Promise is doing that. People are asking questions. Is it in their place to respond to such things or clear the air on that, or or just probably go silent and mute? But the fans are asking. However, now we can go to Efya's conversation. Efya said that, and I continue to read, we share mutual admiration for each other's work, which has led to our friendship and collaboration. However, it is crucial to understand that being an artist goes beyond just the public appearance and social events. Guys, can we tackle this first bit? It goes beyond the public appearances and social events.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
I think
true.
they probably have things going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it wrong for the fans to pass judgment on the fact that the fans might think that R2Bees, Efya, who are maybe very close fans of and friends of Wizkid, are not seen in the conversations with Wizkid when it comes to some of these huge shows, whether as openers or picking off the conversation where they said that they were being signed to the family, and all that. Is it wrong for the fans to think such?
No.
Or it's also wrong for the fans to assume?
Both parties are right.
So let's break that down. That's the first part
Can I ask a
of
question?
the tweet.
Who
Then we can go
makes
on.
that decision? Like, when Burna Boy brought out Black Hole, who makes that decision? Is
Very
it up
good
to the
question.
artist? Or
Very
is it
good
up
question
to
you've
the...
asked.
It could be the artist, it could be the management, it could be the direction of the show.
Could even be the featured artist.
Yeah. It depends on
could
how you
even be
work
the
it. It
featured
depends on how
artist.
you engineer it, really. Because, like I said, both parties are right. The fans reserve the right to, ask questions.
We're entitled.
Wow. I do want to use the word entitled, but since you mentioned it, you might as well just go with it. But we've had this conversation about fans and their sense of entitlement. I think it's an element we can't do away with when it comes to the fans. Fans want you to do a particular type of music. They want you to dress a particular way. They want you to ride in a particular car. I think it's a natural de facto element that comes with being a fan. All right, especially when you move away from being a fan and being a stan. You feel like you have a say in their lives. You have, like, if you watch or you look carefully at Beyonce stans and Rihanna stans, they can say some daring stuff and you're like, yo, she doesn't even know you exist. But but they think like, no, because I can maybe sing the whole of Beyonce's catalog and everything, I have a say
Let
in
us
what she
even understand
does
where
with her
it
life.
came. Let's even understand where it came from, the opportunity, how it came with
What, the
Black
stan
Hole.
culture?
No, I'm talking about when you mentioned it could come from even features. I think you said that, right?
Yeah.
Because Black Hole's introduction to the global market through Burna Boy
Burna
was
Boy.
also as a result of the feature.
Yeah.
Yes, and that is the reason why he could stand on his grounds to say that, you know what, I'm performing the song, put
need
you
you here.
in there, I need you on it, and then through that, it's the ripple effect comes up. There are things, it evolves, the partnership evolves.
Yeah.
Whereas in this case with Wizkid and R2Bees, for example, I think they have a collaboration, right? But
They have a lot
one.
of songs.
A few, yeah.
Quite a few songs, yeah, old songs.
That's enough for us.
Is it? That's why I find it difficult to answer. Is it maybe?
Bro,
There's no intentionality.
I don't
or-
like the way you're trying to politics.
I don't know. I want to
The
understand
truth
because
is, it is either one party is not serious about their
let
opportunity
me-
given, or there are protocols to these things that we are not privy to. We can't sit here. and
That's
obviously say
that's what we
that-
are talking about.
because we can't
Because
obviously-
if you're-
every artist that goes on tour, every artist that happens to have their own concerts have a running order. There is always a running order. In the case of Wizkid, this will be the first time he's had shows like this. He's had multiple shows in various cities that we would ask ourselves over and over again. But we also need to understand what was the end goal for Wizkid's concert. We need to understand that as part of the consideration. Then we also need to look at the group R2Bees. Are they people who actually want to be on stages?
You're right.
Because even right here in Ghana, they don't like showing up on stages. If they want to show up on stage, it's because they really want to. Let's be honest. How many times do you see R2Bees in our faces? R2Bees is still running on past glory, or shall I say, the last glory we know from
Plantain
R2Bees. R2Bees is like our VIP. If today VIP drops music today, we are not going to listen to VIP because it is fresh. We are listening to VIP because it comes back with some. It has a nostalgic effect. That is the era, or that is the grace that R2B is running on, because they are equally good. They are monsters at what they do, and anytime they put a record together, they got it right. If P Square drops a record today, it's not because they are just good at what they do. It's because P Square gave us some nostalgic records, and anytime we listen to them today, we still take it back to where it used to be. We can't blame R2Bs if they choose not to be in our faces. It is their rights as artists, and they choose to they have, in fact, their silence alone tells us that is how they want to be seen. They want to be
Let me ask you.
the ghost in monkey shadow, or monkey in ghost shadow, whatever they call it.
would you side with me if I say that R2Bees is one of the most beautifully silent but yet very loud?
That is what I said. Active defunct group.
I admire their silences, their relevance.
Yeah, they don't respond to anybody. They don't. All
R2Bees
this conversation
is
you're
a
having, I'm
very
sure they are
current-
sitting
It's like
somewhere.
Rolls Royce, they don't do adverts.
They don't do adverts.
Gary said, I don't know.
The boys are magical. They don't do any ads. They don't
And that is their brand.
They are very like. I feel like
You see,
R2Bees released yesterday.
okay.
That's their
The
brand.
reason why
I don't know.
If you
people,
like follow, if you like
I don't know
follow
how they
them,
do
they
it.
see. If you like
the
do
reason why
something.
people are so entitled is also because we are so overwhelmed by the amount of talent that both Efya and R2Bees have.
Yeah, true.
If they were not as talented and as excellent at their jobs as they are, we wouldn't care. We wouldn't want them there. But people are reacting not necessarily because they are friends with Wizkid, but because we know the immense talent they possess. And to the consumer, maybe we are expecting that talent should have amplified their brands in Ghana much more than it is now.
Yeah.
So it comes from a good place of knowing that, okay, this person is so good, I can't wait for Jay Foley to be on CNN. Why is he at the back of Ghana in some corner, somewhere doing something? You understand? Praise the Lord. You get the analogy. It's very simple. We know that these are some of our best foot. They say put your best foot forward. Two of our best feet are not forward, like how we want them to be. So we are complaining. Not to say the people who are going forward are not our best feet, but this conversation of R2Bees for be bigger than this. It's not today, Bo God wrote this, that this conversation has been going on in this industry. Efya should be the queen of Africa. Efya should be. It's not today.
Bro, even with Daddy Lumba, even with Daddy Lumba, within industry, right, or within like music conversations, there's a portion of the section of people or section of the audience who believe that Daddy Lumba didn't even really hit his potential globally.
Yeah.
There's a portion that believes that in all of his greatness, all of his greatness and all that, Daddy Lumba did not hit his potential.
Yeah, but
globally.
he's still a success.
But he's still a success. And Daddy Lumba is okay. At the end of the day, it is what you go feed your family, you build mama a house. You understand what I'm saying? Give the fans
success is relative. Having nothing.
Look, you speak to an artist, Jay. You've interviewed artists in the last 14 years or 16 years of your trade.
26.
Yeah. Charlie, why'd you gotta do for man like that, man?
No, but I know this
bro,
guy. This
he's 40. So
this guy has been interviewing.
This guy has been interviewing
people. This guy's been interviewing people since he was in class 6.
Charlie, when Ludacris came to Ghana, did you interview him?
Yes, please.
When Jay-Z came to Ghana, did you interview him?
He didn't do any interviews.
Yes, you see, he knows that the man didn't interview. Oh God!
When you talk to artists, right, especially budding
Charlie.
artists, right? When you talk to artists or budding artists, right, these days they actually even tell you they are short term and long term. First, they just tell you, oh, Charlie, I want to take over the world. I want to do this. I want to do this. Most of them will tell you, oh, I want to take over my family and all that. Some people just want to make enough money to survive. You get me? And the music will come later as a profession. It will move away from being, a hobby that became a profession that brought them money, and now they want to use the money for other. Have you not had? Yaltog was here. Yaltog is what? He's barely 25. He says he wants to go into farming. So today, if we see Yaltog doing world agriculture, are we going to blame him? No. He's been able to diversify this craft into other things that will bring him money to survive. Although he has dreams and visions of being the global star.
Just for being a pundit, right? The flaw in your statement is that Yaltog has told us what else he wants to go and do. Efya is not telling us that she wants to go and do
that.
That
is what I am saying. That even the artists themselves
if R2Bees
you.
told us that Chris Waddle said he wants to go into real estate and do big business, isn't this show we had him or we've not had him?
No, we have not had him yet.
Are you sure?
No.
What, we've not had Waddle?
It was medical.
No. I'm hallucinating. I met him somewhere. Sorry, bro.
So what I'm saying is definitely what I'm also trying to say, that every artist,
everybody says something.
They have yes.
So
but you see,
if you count somebody in coins.
Is sometimes say Nipa will plan so that's you have your vision. You have a vision. There's an artist who is in Konongo somewhere who is seeing himself as the next big thing. It is two things. It can happen. You get it. There's nothing beyond possible. It can happen if he goes through the system or when grace locates him. But if grace doesn't locate you, bro, you will be singing, you'll be doing whatever, and people say, Charlie, if you be cool, Charlie, do you know the number of artists who have been told Charlie for blow, and they have not blown yet? But it's not their fault. Grace has just not located them yet, and
we confuse blow for success.
Thank you very much.
That's the beginning of that. That's the beginning. Because we know people who blow 2 way after the blowing.
If you even said it,
When people blow for Ghana, if Megalis them,
they blow.
or
They blow on the job they were doing.
yeah, so they took their job seriously and they blow
They blow on the job.
on the job. And
Bro,
but still after blowing,
we need to leave the artists alone. What I think the least we can do is just expect them to give us good music. Today, if you drop music, super, maybe the bomb, we enjoy. But if you things that like she said in her press, every artist gets what he they look for. We need to come to that realization and leave it for them.
Listen, yes, everything we are saying. Somebody said, one of you said, everybody's right.
Yeah,
and that is the situation with this thing. R2Bees and Efya can choose to do whatever they want with their lives, and we shouldn't be complaining and bashing them. That one there is wrong. But as a nation that has a music agenda, and we've been sitting even on this panel talking about how to. And we have so many young artists on the come up. Doors need to be open. Those who are ahead need to elevate even further and become even more powerful. And the association that these two big Ghanaian giants have with arguably Africa's biggest pop star
And exports.
you understand, is so strong that we can't close an eye to it. A lot of Ghanaian artists are cool with Davido and Benna. But we don't go on radio and say, why this person not do? Because that's not our Messi. That's not our zero. Do you get what I'm saying?
Make a bust your mind. Burna Boy, Davido, Wizkid, they frequent this country a lot of times, right? When was the last time you saw any of these guys on any of our local media grant an interview? But we live here, go to Nigeria to look for interviews, isn't it?
Or the States.
See,
Or even the States.
Even
so
AI,
the stakes are even different
even
in
AI,
the conversation.
even AI had this problem. I see had this problem.
Yes.
I see for Blow by now. I see for Join Burna Boy.
Yes.
Why Burna Boy remixing song? Why they on tour with
Burna Boy still in
Burna? Because why? Because we know the potential our brother has, right? And the association he's made or the whatever he's made with such a big brand, logic is telling us that jump.
It should be automatic.
It should be automatic.
Press
So
the
we
button.
are at home screaming, jump. But the person on the edge is the one who's seeing how deep the hole is.
At the end of the day, you need to want it as bad and as much as your fans are seeing you to want it. If you don't want it that much, we really can't
These two
do
brands
much.
that we are questioning are also not at the formative stage of their career.
Exactly.
These people are decades in on this industry.
They are legends
bosses.
in their
They are
own
legends
right.
in their own right. So if it was an upcoming artist that Charlie Wizkid, follow him and try this
legends in
thing.
their own right.
No problem. We shall go take Kane Lasham.
Bro, I'm sure if you talk to Pedro, talk to Moody's, I'm sure where their minds at and what they're looking
You see
for.
the hunger feels hard. That he's transitioning from producer to artist. This is a phenomenal opportunity. He won't get again.
Yeah.
So he bought the ticket twice.
Sharp.
Arrived in UK without trouser. Wore somebody's pants that were short.
I went to
kill it because he's at that early stage of his career where he needs to risk it all to make a name. Yeah. Fast forward to today. Will Fields do that?
Bro, even to his top lawyer for Kim Promise, he arguably has one of the biggest R2Bees songs. And I dare say biggest R2Bees songs at the moment. That audience, that crowd is relatively an R2Bees crowd. He needs to activate the song.
For Kim Promise to, he's at the point in life, if you understand him or not.
He's okay.
Misunderstand him
He's
or
okay.
not. He's okay. He's okay.
He's okay. Yeah.
You know, here's a who are you? He sing everything for us already. The answer to this Efya thing is in the Kim Promise song.
Because this is the first time Kim Promise has been there. Kim Promise has been on other Wizkid stages, global Wizkid stages, and he's taking advantage, he's taking the opportunity to do the same for this one. So even with that, I remember Ghanaians were even
Ghana for cry bread. And then why is Kim Promise following Wizkid? They tried to cancel Kim Promise on online. That because he was at Wizkid concert working with Wizkid and the concert didn't happen, people will not go for what's his name, Promised Land. People will not go for Promised Land because Wizkid's concert didn't happen. This guy was trying to elevate his brand. And our reflex was to hate on him. Now that we see him doing Terminator on the same stage, we are celebrating him. The same mouths, the same microphones, the same social media fingers. Come on.
Bro, as it stands right now, the fight, we don't go if we win them. So we have to now form.
Why do we even have to fight?
We have to. No, when I say fight, I don't mean like I mean for the uninitiated, I don't mean like fight buga buga. But I'm just saying that At this point in time, we either need to form alliances or make allies with people who are making the thing happen, and then follow suit, or else we have to wait till High Life regains its popularity again.
Well, Olele, the onus on you for us to help understand the business. We really have to delve harder into a whole masterclass session, understanding the real business of the game that we are in called music. From the launch pad of when I go to the studio to record a song to how to get it to where it's supposed to get. That process, we'll have to take that deeper into, our three music big conversations. On that, no time is up. We have to go. We're back again tomorrow on that Wild Wicked Wednesday edition of Culture Daily. Catch the podcast on YouTube plus the repeat at 10 p.m. Name is Jay Olele Serial Candid. Thank you very much, and we out.